Hello, 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 everybody. It is Kayla Brissi here from kaylabrissi.com, and I am so excited to talk to you guys today about how you can perform a very simple social media audit and evaluate your current marketing strategy so that you ultimately know what is or is not working for your business. So what we're going to cover today is just a very basic social media audit. What I do for my clients typically through my agency is we go very in depth with this audit so we can determine where their strengths and their weaknesses are. But for today's purposes, we're going to give you just kind of a rundown, a quick idea of what you could perform on your own, what you can do in your business just for yourself so you can really evaluate your marketing strategy and really look and see how your social media strategy is working for you. So first things first, we need to talk a little bit about what exactly is a social media audit, okay? This is, I know auditing and the term audit can be somewhat daunting and maybe bring a little bit of anxiety, but I want to assure you as a former accountant and someone that has an accounting degree, audits don't have to be scary, all right? They are very informative for you. They provide a lot of information, and what I like the most about it is the numbers don't lie, right? The analytics are there for you. And so when you conduct an audit, it really does truly help you evaluate and see where you have some weak links in your strategies, where you're losing leads, where people are not following through your sales funnel and things of that nature. And so it allows you to pinpoint those areas of weakness, and ultimately you're going to be able to fix that. And so once you fix that, you can see the improvements and you can start seeing those changes on the back end of your strategy, okay? And then of course you're going to be able to see what is working for your strategy and how you can amplify that and continue to do more of it so you can continue to see and experience that growth that you are looking for in terms of your business with your overall marketing strategy. Now, this is my definition of a marketing audit. There's going to be lots of definitions out there if you want to Google it, but essentially it's research done on all of your social media channels so you can evaluate the performance, find areas of strength and weakness, and it's going to provide insights into the effectiveness of your strategy. You're going to compile all the data together into one central place for an overall evaluation, okay? So you're just evaluating what you're currently doing, your strategy. So let's talk a little bit about why conducting a social media audit is really important and is beneficial for your business. And this doesn't matter if you are an author, it doesn't matter if you are a local brick and mortar business, if you sell services, if you sell products, if you're a speaker, a coach, a consultant, someone in direct sales, MLM. Every type of business needs to perform a social media audit, okay? So here are a few of the benefits that you will like and that will really help you start thinking about why you should start performing these types of audits or this particular audit for your business. So first things first, it's going to uncover the gaps in your sales and your marketing strategy. So you're going to be able to find those weaknesses that you currently have as part of your strategy goes, right? We all have those blind spots. And a lot of times when I go and create something, I don't see those blind spots right away. It takes a little bit of time for me to gather the data, for me to then go back with fresh eyes and be able to see exactly where those blind spots are, because sometimes they're hidden, right? And you know what? The other part of that too is having someone else's eyes on your content as well, or on your strategy, which is really what I do with my clients through my agency, is so I can pinpoint those blind spots quicker than they are, because a lot of times we're so close to our work that we can't see those blind spots. And that's where having an outside person, a mentor or coach, someone through an agency, what have you, to be able to help you with this as well, okay? So you're going to uncover those gaps. The other thing is it's going to determine why your social media content isn't converting, okay? So when as part of like my three-pronged approach, so to speak, I utilize content marketing, social media marketing, and email marketing, and that's really part of just one small fraction of my sales process and my funnel, so to speak, okay? So it's going to allow you to determine why your social media isn't converting. You're going to very clearly see what is or isn't resonating with your audience, all right? It's going to provide insights into how well your content is being received and performing with your audience. You're going to look and see what content is doing well, which content is underperforming, which content is engaging, which content actually is converting. So it's either getting actual direct sales, or it's converting to the point that they're subscribing to your email list, okay? And that's why those three are like the foundational key components of your marketing strategy that every single business should be utilizing, is at minimum those three, okay? It's going to uncover opportunities for lead generation that were maybe missed previously. Okay, so you're going to be able to find, again, these weaknesses where your lead generation strategy may not be being utilized to its full capacity, where it could be improved. All right, and there's nothing wrong with improving what you're doing, right? Nothing's ever going to be perfect. And let's be honest, when it comes to marketing changes. It's such a fast-paced environment that something that we had put together 3 months ago could very well potentially be irrelevant now. And so we have to constantly stay updated and on top of what's new and trending, what's working, so we can modify our strategies accordingly. Okay. So it's also going to provide insights into your social sales funnel and where you are losing those leads. So tying this into what I previously said, you're going to find those weaknesses of where your leads are kind of dropping off or where you're not having, where you're not optimizing your potential, right? And so you're going to get those insights as to where those leads are being lost as part of your funnel and your strategy and your sequences. Okay. You're going to be able to evaluate if you're hitting your goals and objectives, and you're going to be able to verify if you're meeting your KPIs, so those key performance indicators. Those last two really kind of tie it together because your goals and objectives usually indicate and usually correspond to your KPIs, your key performance indicators. Not all the time, but in most cases, I would say 99% of the time, they do have as part of your goals and objectives for your social media channel and part of your social media marketing strategy is you do have KPIs as part of your goals and objectives. So you're really looking at those together to evaluate, are you hitting your goals and objectives, and are you meeting those KPIs that you're looking to meet, whatever those KPIs are for your business and based on your goals and objectives of which you're going to have to look at because it's going to be different for every single type of business. Okay, so those are the benefits of why you should seriously consider doing a social media audit if you haven't already done one. These are why you want to do them, and you can start doing this right away in your business if you've been in business for a while and you've been doing a lot of social media marketing and utilizing content marketing. That's okay. You can still do an audit. Obviously, you're not going to be able to go back and look at everything that you've done. I wish you could, but you can definitely go back and start doing an audit on the most recent stuff that you have and utilize it moving forward. Okay, so let's get down to the nitty gritty here of how do you actually perform a social media audit. All right, so first things first, you need to create an audit, a place for your audit. Okay, so this is going to be an audit spreadsheet where you're going to collect all the data. So I recommend using Google Sheets. I love Google Sheets, but if you're a Microsoft person, you can definitely use Microsoft Excel. But I like Google Sheets because I can easily share with my team or with anyone that needs to see it. I can share with my clients, what have you, just by giving a share link. Everything's stored across all the platforms for me, and it just makes my life a lot easier. So I like my Google products. So I recommend utilizing a spreadsheet of sorts, whether it's Google Sheets or Microsoft Excel. That's completely up to you. You're going to be looking at and starting to think about recording the following items. So the profile URL for every single social channel that you're on. So that's going to be the actual link. You're going to have your social channel handle. So if you guys look to follow me online, all of my social media channels are at Kayla Brissi. It's super easy peasy. I did that for a reason. And that's actually part of your having that cohesive brand. So you guys can always find me at that channel on all the major platforms. Even if I'm not currently utilizing it, I have secured that username and profile so that when the time comes, if I do decide I want to leverage that platform, it's already secured and no one can swipe that that user handle from me. And so it stays on brand for me. So you're going to look at the social channel handle. Then you're going to look at your top 3 to 5 posts that are trending, that are popular, that have the most engagement, so to speak. All right, so you're going to look for those top 3 to 5 posts, and you're going to grab the copy and you're going to grab the links. Okay. You're going to be looking at key demographic data. So you're going to be looking at what are those key demographics that you need to know. So if you service primarily women, you're going to want to look at those data analytics for the women that are following you, their age range, what have you. And you're also going to look at the key KPI metrics, so those key performance indicators. Okay. So once you have your spreadsheet and you've created all the tabs that you need to have for all the data that you're going to collect, now you're going to go collect all of your data. All right, so you're going to go out to each social media channel that you have, that you know of off the top of your head, and start collecting all of that data. Once you've done that, you also want to do a Google search for your business and find any accounts that you are unaware of that maybe someone started, maybe someone on your team, if you have a company and you have a team, that maybe you weren't aware of or that you forgot about, whatever, but you want to Google it to make sure that you are finding any accounts that you're unaware of that you potentially have for your business. And you're going to look for any imposter accounts to see if those need to get shut down, okay? We don't want any imposter accounts, fake accounts that are trying to replicate your brand, and that's going to damage your brand, okay? So you're going to look for those imposter accounts. And then from there, you're going to determine if there are any social media channels that you're not currently utilizing. So for example, I don't utilize Snapchat for my business. I hate Snapchat. I don't see the point in it. It's one I just don't use. All right. So, but maybe down the road, maybe that might be something that I want to pass off to a team member and they can handle Snapchat and they can do whatever they want with it because I personally don't want to deal with it. So what you're going to want to look at is see if there are any channels that you don't currently utilize, and then from there you want to go and secure the profile URL or profile username, excuse me, so that you have it in the event that you ever want to utilize it down the road. So even though I'm not currently utilizing Snapchat, I have gone and secured it, and so no one can take that, and so I have it and it's there and it's ready in the event that I ever want to utilize it in the future. All right, so make sure that you do that if you haven't already so that you have those secure and ready to go in the event that you do want to leverage those down the road. If you do want to leverage them, right? It's not required, but you definitely can. Okay, so once you have collected all your social media data and you've entered all that so far into your spreadsheet, we're going to move on to the next one. All right. So when you are going and you're looking at each of your profiles, you want to also look and evaluate that they are branded and optimized, okay? So you need to verify that each social media channel is branded and optimized, and this is where you're going to be looking at the profile picture and the cover images, all right? So make sure that they're the same across the board for the consistency factor. Building that know, like, and trust, so when people land on your social media channels, they instantly know that it's yours based on your branding, based on the photo that you're using, based on the cover image, what have you. You want to make sure that they have the same social handle if possible, and this is why securing all the same social profile handles is important when you are starting, and so that you don't have all different ones because that can confuse your audience. And it makes it more difficult for them to find you if they know that you are under one username. A lot of times people assume that they're the same across the board. Okay, looking at your bio, making sure that your bio matches. Now, obviously, some of the bios you can have a little bit longer on some of the channels and some of them have to be shorter, but you want to make sure that they are as close as possible across the board so that when people read your bio, that they know with beyond a shadow of a doubt that it belongs to you and that it truly is you and it's not some fake account, okay? You want to make sure and verify that your links are good, that there's no errors, that they click through to where they're going to click through, and also making sure that the links are the same across the platform, right? Looking at your pinned post. If you pin post, which I highly recommend that you do on the platforms that allow it, check those pin posts. Make sure that they're still relevant. Make sure that they're not outdated. Make sure that there's nothing wonky going on with them, that the link's not working or that it's broken, what have you. Verify those. If the pin post is no longer relevant, you want to repin a new post. Okay, this is kind of common sense, but just in case you guys don't know, you need to unpin that and repin something that's relevant, but definitely utilize the pin post. It's a great way to get exposure around a piece of content that you want to drive more traffic to, all right? So things that I typically pin on my social media are blog posts and videos are usually the big things. If I'm doing an exclusive promotion and it's a limited time offer or something like that, I want to make sure that people are seeing it, I will also pin those as well, but not as often as I do blog posts and videos. All right, the other thing you want to look at when you are branding and optimizing your social media channels is the SEO, all right? You want to make sure that you've got SEO sprinkled in throughout all of your content as far as like your whole setup of your profile goes on each of these channels. And so I recommend choosing 6 keywords that you know that your people are going to be looking for. Sprinkle those in through the content as you're setting up your profile and in through your bio so that those keywords will then trigger for your profile to be featured through SEO, okay? So those are the things you want to look at when you are verifying your social media channel for making sure that it's branded and it's optimized. Once we've done that, we're going to move into actually looking at your content, all right? So when you're looking at your content, you're going to be looking at, again, like I mentioned, the top performing posts with the most engagement. So this is where you're going to be going and you're going to grab the text for that post and you're going to grab the link and you're going to add those to your spreadsheet. And so I recommend looking at the top 3 to 5 posts that you have, and you can go and look at this. And so if you, depending on how you're going to do your audit, if you want to do your audit for like the last week, the last 30 days, that's perfectly fine, okay? But I do recommend that you at least do a quarterly audit on all of your social media, just so you can stay up to date. I don't recommend an annual. I really do recommend a quarterly audit so you can really see what is or isn't working and you can make those adjustments, because everything kind of works in like 90-day increments when you start seeing changes. So if you need to make a change and tweak it, it's better to make a change now versus a year from now, and you can start making those changes and see those improvements. All right, so when you are looking at your top performing post, like I mentioned, you're going to look at your 3 to 5 posts, okay? And then you're going to add the text and you're going to add the link to your spreadsheet. You're also going to jot down any relevant notes about the posts that you can recall or that you want to add as a note for that particular post. So maybe it was on a particular topic, maybe you posted at a certain time of day, maybe you posted at a certain time of the year or on a certain holiday, or you offered some exclusive bonus. Whatever it is that you need, jot down some notes so you know why it was performing, okay? Whatever you think it is, why it was performing, if you can figure it out, jot it down. Okay, so after you've done the engagement post, you want to then go look at how well your social media channel is actually performing, okay? And so this is where you're going to go in and you're going to review the analytics of every social media platform that you have, okay? You're going to pull up those key metrics and that you need to determine if its performance is really doing well, right, based on your goals and objectives. So you're going to be looking at those KPIs that are corresponding to your goals and objectives. So every single business is probably going to have different KPIs, which is why I can't give you exactly what everyone should have, because it's going to be slightly different. But you could be going through and looking at your likes, your followers, your engagement percentage, like on Facebook. You can be looking at how many mentions did you have, how many shares, right? Your organic reach, your paid reach. These are all things that you can kind of look at and evaluate as key performance indicators for your business. Okay, so you're going to look at those and you're going to jot down whatever key metrics that you need to have. You're going to jot those down into your spreadsheet. From there, you're going to collect key demographic data. All right, so this is where it's important to go back and look at the data through your analytics to see who's actually engaging or who is following you, and what have you, so you can determine, are you targeting the right group of people? Do you need to make a shift? And it gives you some insights into the demographics of the people that are following you. All right. From there, you need to evaluate the data as a whole. All right, and you need to determine which channels should you ultimately be optimizing and utilizing for your business. You will see very clearly if you are underutilizing a platform that's really getting a lot of engagement. All right, so kind of take a look, and this may be where you have to shift up your strategy a little bit. If you've noticed that you've seen a significant decline in Instagram, but you've seen an influx in Pinterest and you're getting a lot of traffic from Pinterest, well, then you probably want to make the shift to focus more on Pinterest and less on Instagram, right? Or whatever the results are showing. The data doesn't lie when you look at the right data. All right, so utilize that to be able to help you modify your current strategy and be able to create it where you are leveraging and harnessing the power of what's already working for you and leveraging those strengths, and then being able to work on those areas of weakness to be able to bring and elevate those to be a little bit stronger, okay? So once you determine which channels you should be utilizing based on all of the data, this is where you are then going to determine, like I mentioned, any adjustments that need to be made to a strategy, and then make those adjustments. From there, you're going to rinse and repeat, so to speak, right? So you're going to do this process all over again, like I mentioned, on a quarterly basis. Now, what I recommend doing is, because you've got several steps here that you need to utilize, I recommend you pick one social media channel and you do all of these steps for one channel and then you move to the next. I don't recommend that you bounce around trying to do every step from every social media channel step by step by step. Pick one channel, do all the steps. Pick the next channel, do all the steps. And so you can make sure that you are focused on that channel and you're getting all the right data, and that you're not missing things by jumping around to each of the social media channels. So that is what I do recommend. Yes, there are a few steps to the process and it can be tedious, but I will tell you that this process is extremely informative and we'll provide you a ton of insights into what really is or is not working with your marketing strategy and really help you be able to improve your current marketing situation. And ultimately, that's going to improve your sales situation. So if you're struggling on the sales end, likely it's connected to your marketing. And so you need to evaluate what's really going on with your marketing. And looking at doing this audit is just one small key component into the success of what your marketing strategy is going to be. So that is actually all that I have for you guys today. As far as, valuable content goes. So I would like to invite you, if you are looking for more free goodies so that you can be a pro with your social media marketing, I would love to invite you to join my free subscriber tribe or resource library, where you will get access to over 20 incredible resources that'll help you in all areas of your business. All you need to do is join the subscriber tribe today, and I will have the link down here below for you guys. But go ahead and join us there. It is absolutely free. You'll have access to all those free resources and some other fun things that I throw in there. But I'd like you to join us if that really speaks to you. So thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate it. If you know someone that needs to see this content, feel free to share this out, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.